Guys, honestly, who hurt OPPO? So this is the OPPO FindX9. Two versions were launched, the FindX9 and the 9 Pro. This is the base variant. Now let me tell you, after using this, I would say this is a killer item. If you look at the last year's model, this is an upgrade in every single way. I think in this price range, if you ask me which phone would I recommend, definitely this would be in my top 3. I never thought I would blindly recommend an OPPO phone. Actually, I have noted down around 13 things about this smartphone. Few of the things that I liked, few of the things that can be improved. So in detail, I'll be explaining it in this video. So stick around till the end so that you get a conclusive thoughts on if you are the right person to get this particular phone or not. I've been unboxing a lot of smartphones, but I think after a long time, I got back that particular wow factor after I unboxed and used the smartphone. First of all, it feels amazing in my hand. It has that aerospace grade aluminum frame all around. The back panel having a smooth finish that does not stick fingerprints. The build quality is superb. It's IP66, 6.8 and 6.9 rated. See, last year's build was also nice, but this time they have slightly changed their camera module. Even though the FindX8 had amazing cameras, you remember it had this round camera housing, and that particular design had a flaw. Normally, this is how you hold a smartphone. When holding the smartphone, normally your index finger touches this particular portion, and this is where last year's camera was. While this new design, the finger rests over this flash area, making sure that there are no smudges on any of the lenses, which means whenever you want to take a photo, you just take it out and click, and you don't have to worry about cleaning the smudges. It might look a bit distinct visually, but practically it makes sense. Inside the box, they have provided this high quality case. The phone's color is called natural titanium. Though the case is not exactly matching the color, it looks slightly pinkish, but once you have it on the phone, the combination looks nice. It's really unique, and the case is giving a comfortable feel. The screen size is around 6.59 inches. And that sounds big, but thankfully, because of this really ultra thin bezels all around the smartphone, and yes, these are symmetrical, it feels so nice to use with one hand. Is it a compact phone? Yeah, compared to the 6.67 inch other smartphones, this yes is a compact phone, but not as compact as a 6.1 inch display screens, but fair enough, it's good for most people. The display is excellent. It's bright, it's high resolution 1.5K panel that is easily visible outdoors even under direct sunlight. It supports Pro XDR, Dolby Vision, and it's a 10-bit color. It also features a high frequency dimming that protects your eyes, and the brightness can go all the way down till 1 nits. So it's a true flagship display with up to no compromises. And I don't know how many people care about this. It actually comes with a pre-applied screen protector. The ultrasonic 3D fingerprint scanner is placed high such that my big finger reaches it perfectly, and it's fast, accurate, and works well even with wet hands. I noticed something: if you have a white background and you try to unlock it with a fingerprint, you get to see that liquid glass kind of an animation. On the side, we have this snap key. By default, it's set to AI mind space, which captures your screen, takes it, and uses AI to recognize what is there in that, give you a summary, and you can customize it to whatever you want, like flash, mute, or do some task. And speaking of software, it runs in the latest ColorOS 16. I don't know what they did, man. The UI is super fluid. I never thought an Android phone can be this smooth. I got this feeling first time when I used the OPPO FindX8, and X9 is a level of upgrade. UI flows like butter, the animations are smooth, it's addictive. You'll find yourself opening and closing apps multiple times just to see that animation. And they have a name for it. It's called Luminous Rendering Engine. It's what they call for this parallel animation. Yes, there are a few pre-installed applications like Netflix, LinkedIn, Instagram, Spotify, but most of it is what people might download eventually when they get a new smartphone. But if you don't use any of it, just get rid of them. It's not a big issue, and hot apps and hot games can be turned off through your app store. Gemini AI is integrated into this. Just press and hold the power button to access your Gemini, and it also has the circle to search feature. The haptics in this particular smartphone is amazing. I don't know how to explain this through the words. They call something called OHaptics. So what this OHaptics does when you go through the UI, right? If you scroll up and it hits, you get the vibrations are fine-tuned that it makes you feel you're using a premium smartphone. Yeah, this was the case with the FindX8 as well. It came to this. The stereo speakers are loud, it's a bit bassy, and the sound separation is also symmetrical. And on the top, you get the IR blaster as well. Now, if you look at the smartphone, all around this, you can find a lot of antenna rings, and this, I think OPPO calls it the 360-degree antenna. In this side of the smartphone, there is one particular chip called the S1 chip, which is dedicated for the network connectivity. That is to enhance the reception when you are in a lift and then you don't have to get the call disconnected. All those things and all are done by a dedicated chip, and the antennas are perfectly surrounded. And the internals are interesting, okay? The motherboard and stuffs are in the top portion, and the other stuff like the charging circuit, speakers, USB SIM tray are at the bottom portion, and this particular area is where the battery lives. And it has a whopping 7025 milliampere battery. I mean, it is literally a power bank. Just charge it once and you can definitely get around 1.5 days of battery life. I know the display is not LTPO, it's an LTPS display, which means it doesn't go from 1 Hz to 120 Hz. It's like a 30, 60, 90, you know, right? The LTPS, but still it manages because of the 7000 mAh battery. It lasts super long, and it supports 80 watts fast charging. You get a charger in the box and it just quickly recharges it. And even it supports wireless charging of up to 50 watt. It's something called AirVook. You have to get it separately. You get an AirVook wireless charger, and it charges in 50 watts. Powering this base is the MediaTek Dimensity 9500 chipset. Yeah, the same flagship level chipset from the MediaTek that we are going to see in the upcoming Vivo X300 series. And yeah, it is their latest flagship processor, which has a lot of AI capabilities and top level graphics. It's a 3nm chipset, so the GPU is fine, and it comes with the latest LPDDR5 for RAM and UFS 4.1 storage. It easily crosses 3 million mark in the Antutu. One thing I noticed is when running the Antutu scores, it went from 30 degrees Celsius to around 41 degrees Celsius, which is a moderate warmth, which you expect from a flagship grade processor. But yes, it cools down rapidly. I think it's due to the new vapor chamber cooling that they have. I know people are waiting for the cameras because that is what OPPO FindX series are known for, and this time, yeah, they still have the Hasselblad collaboration. It has a triple 50 megapixel Hasselblad tuned cameras, the main camera, the 3x telephoto, and the ultra wide camera. There is actually a fourth camera. I don't know if it's visible. So this is a true color sensor. So the purpose of this true color camera, what they say is, yeah, like the name says, to get the true color of what you're capturing. So whether you are capturing in the ultra wide camera or the primary camera or the telephoto camera, all the footages should look equally seen. So this is to prevent that the main camera takes a great vivid photos, but the ultra wide looks a little bit dull and the telephoto looks a little bit over saturated. To avoid that is where they are using this true color system, which gives you a social media ready kind of photos. Along with that, they have brought something called this Lumo camera system. If you go into the settings and then you can read what this Lumo camera system is. So technically it's nothing but tuning from Hasselblad to provide us great photos. The portrait mode offers 1x, 2x, 3x focal lengths with the Hasselblad style lenses, and the edge detection is spot on. You can see the single strands of hair separated properly, and the zoom performance is also great. Even at 12x, the AI enhancement keeps things sharp. If you see this photo, this is taken from a long distance and it still is great. And for videos, it supports 4K in 120 frames per second, and it's great for slow motion. And the 4K 60 FPS footages are also ultra stable. You even get an extra option to get a better stabilization. If you turn that on, wow, the footage is flowing like butter. The telephoto video is the highlight. I mean, the background blur, it's beautiful. Now, these are for normal people, but if you are a real pro, for the pros, they have something called the master mode, which offers full manual controls, the log, recording, and the classic expand shot. The front camera is a 32 megapixel sensor, and that can shoot up to 4K 60 FPS. I know initially when I took it, it was a little bit shaky. Then I turned on the extra stabilization, which just smoothed out the footage. So overall, it's more than just a camera phone is what I would say. It's like a complete all-rounder or a flagship smartphone that you can get for the price. The box price listed was around 89,990, but yeah, we saw the pricing right. It's coming around 75,000 rupees. If you ask me the price, is it a little bit higher? I mean, if you see, the OnePlus 15 was also priced higher, and the iQOO 15 was priced, it's like 18,000 rupees from last year. And the upcoming Vivo X300 is also expected to be in the same price range. So I think this would be the new normal. I think for the price, if you compare other phones, this stands out. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I wanted to tell about this particular smartphone. If you're new to this channel, do subscribe and check out other videos and reviews before taking your final smartphone purchase decisions. And if you have any feedbacks, do let me know through the comments. I read all of them. I'll try to reply whichever has questions, so you can do that as well. Until next time, bye bye.